Hi there, I'm Mark McRae, and today I want to teach you about how to resolve conflicts. Many years ago I used to own casinos. So I started life off as a dealer and became an inspector, then a pit boss, and then a senior pit boss, and so on. And part of the training as a casino manager is that they will let you work in other departments and teach you how other departments work so that you have a broad knowledge base of what happens inside, a large casino or hotel casino organization. So you'd spend some time with the slots operation, maybe inside the hotel. You'd learn how, events work. And one of the, periods of time that I had to spend was with the debt collection part of the operation. And I always thought it might be, if somebody was collecting debts, they might look like they're mean, might be look like they're a gangster, or be a hard man and go and try and collect this debt. And when I met the main debt collector, nothing could be farther from the truth. He looked more like Homer Simpson. He was soft-spoken. He was gentle. He was likable, instantly likable and charismatic. And he explained to me that whenever you push a man, his instinct is to push back. So it's normally the wrong approach to meet force with force. And as an example, he said, hold up your hand. So I held up my hand, and then he put his hand next to my hand, and I immediately started pushing back a little bit. I couldn't help myself. It's just an instinct. And I said, that's exactly why you should never push. He said, it's in man's nature that if you push him, he will push back. So it's the wrong approach if you're trying to get something from somebody. And I remembered that lesson when I was a senior pit boss. So when a customer was presented to me, they had had an argument with all of the staff. They had had an argument with the dealer, and they had asked the inspector to solve it. They couldn't do it. The pit boss couldn't do it. And eventually they came to me. So I only generally dealt with irate, very angry people. And one of the ways that I managed to calm them down was, number one, I'd listen to his side of the story first. Before I listened to the member of staff side of the story, I wanted to hear it from his point of view. Because I knew if I listened to the member of staff tell me the story in front of the customer would automatically think I was biased towards the member of staff. Then after I heard that person's story, I would say, you know what, you're right. I agree with you. You're 100% right. In fact, that dispute you had over $500, there's $500, there's a room, there's a meal, there's a drink, and I apologize. And you just let all the steam out of the situation by saying they're right. And the mathematics behind it is that if somebody's spending $500 a spin on a roulette wheel and it takes a minute a spin, and you're arguing with that person for 5 or 10 minutes, you could lose thousands of dollars. Far better to make them happy and get them back on the table gambling. And that's how, you're taught to think. But in nearly all of the cases that I was presented with really angry people, having that approach with just saying, you're right, it's a moment in time. I don't have to prove we're right. And, if you make that guy feel happy, he's happy to stay there. You don't want to create an enemy. So when somebody comes, listen to the story and just saying, you're absolutely right. Even if you know you're wrong, even if you know that guy's wrong, right? I mean, does it really matter that much that you adhere to company procedures or you break a rule or whatever else? The objective is to make sure you have a smooth operation. So to resolve nearly all of the conflicts that I came across was to acknowledge the fact that that person was right. I hope that helps. Best place to get me is on YouTube. If you do go there, subscribe, leave me a comment. That would make me happy. Thanks for listening.